Okay, so what I want to do is today I want to this morning put the elastic for this track suit. Um, Now normally what I do is I do this is going to be a longer video so that I can finish this. So this method I'm using, it's the first time that I use this. I normally don't do it like this. I normally do the fold over for the elastic like this, and then I just insert the elastic afterwards. But I don't know, I looked at the pattern that they've got there, the instructions, and they say you must put the elastic and then you fold over. So the instructions aren't very good when it comes to that. So I will see. What they've got there. Normally I add a little bit for the elastic on top, but okay, so this is now what they say there. So let me close the elastic here, and then they say you must use a zigzag, but I'm not going to use a zigzag now. It's too much effort to take out that machine now and start it up. This is also fine the way that I'm doing it here. So yeah, so this method, I've never used it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy at the end of the day. I usually I do the fold over and then I insert the elastic. But we'll see more. I see there's lots of other methods as well. You can do a separate waistband that I also sometimes do, and then I attach the waistband afterwards. But we will see. Yeah. So now they say, let me mark this thing quickly. So that we have some sort of mark here. Then on this side as well. More or less in the middle here. Then this side in the middle. So we are at the front here now, so I must turn it around. So yeah, so I've never used it. I already overlocked the edges. But I'm not so sure I'm going to be happy with this method, but let us must see. They say you shouldn't catch the elastic, but I don't know. I don't understand how you cannot catch the elastic. Because the problem that you sit with is if you don't catch it, then it turns over on the inside, and then your elastic is not right. So this one must be here in the middle. So I'm pinning it so that we can at least, I can do this sort of right. I use these quilting pins. I think they call them quilting pins, because they're a little bit easier to see when you do the sewing. And this one goes here. I'm not sure if I pin them right. I must pin them maybe on this side rather. This is on the outside. This one is on the outside and that one is also on the outside. So let me see here. I think what I'll do is I will so you must fold it over. So I'm first going to do this top stitch right on top here, this stitch here, before I close it at the bottom. I think it's going to be easier if I do that. Maybe. So let me start here and see. I'm not fond of this method, but okay, let me try it now and stop complaining. Okay, first thing I need to do is just change this foot. So I see the screw is also had better days. So let me start here at the back. Okay. So let's see here. Let me pull this a bit. Let me go a little bit forward more. Okay, there we are over here. Make sure everything is nice and straight, sort of. Oh no, man, look at this now. I'm not fond of this method. I can sort of see it's not going to be for me, this type of thing, but let us must see first. I'm not sure. I don't want to catch the pocket there. Maybe I should have sewn the one at the bottom first. You see, you can't stretch this thing too much because the feed dogs are fine, but you can break your needle. So you have to be careful. You can't just do whatever you like. Okay, let us see. It is nicely over there. See, there's no elastic there on that side. Okay. The thing is also, over the years, you develop your own methods of doing these elastic bands, and then it becomes easier. So if you've got an existing method that you do this, you must try them all out, and then you do the ones that is better for you, for yourself. I've got other friends, they do the elastic separate and then they attach it later, which is also a much better thing to do. I prefer doing the fold over method and then inserting the elastic afterwards. So we'll see. I'm going to finish this thing, and then if I'm not happy, I open it up again. There's too many things that you have to focus on here, I see. I see there, I don't think I've caught it there. But okay. Okay, so now let's close it at the bottom. The reason why I did the stop stitch here was because this elastic can go and lie flat, and then you don't want that. So let me start here again on this side. Oh, it can curl up inside, and then it doesn't look good. So let me do this one and sew it right on the seam flat. Okay. So I mostly just let the feed dogs do the work here. So they are pulling it through. The seam at least is flat now, I think. It's lying flat nicely. I don't want to catch this thing here. Not so sure about this, but let us see. You see, struggle here. Everything is fine there and there. You see there, I didn't catch it. Let me go back. Oh, I ran out of bobbin thread. I don't think I like this. But okay, let me finish it and then we can evaluate it afterwards. Let me wind this bobbin quickly. You can say if we're happy or not. What I do know is I doubt it if I will use this method again. When you're used to your own stuff, then it's better to stick to your own methods. And I like to add a little bit extra for the waistband on top. This time I didn't do it because I followed the pattern. But okay. Let's wind the bobbin quickly. Then we continue. This is in any case now the second last video for this tracksuit. In the next one, we're just going to evaluate it. I just want to wind enough I think this should be enough. I need to clean this machine a little bit. I haven't changed its oil, and I need to fix this tensioner here. So I need to fix the tensioner disc there a little bit. So and put the new oil. The oil, I haven't changed this oil since I bought the machines, and I think it's time now. Oh, you know, these machines are industrial machines, and if you look after them, they will last for generations, literally. I need to go and buy I think I've got oil left, but not enough, and especially the overlocker, I need to change that thing's oil. I see the oil it uses this, I think it's silicone oil. So, there it is. Okay, let's see where we were. Okay, where am I now with this thing? There. So yeah, so eventually you develop your own. You see what you like when you do this stuff and what you don't like. I don't like this method. I don't think the sewing is straight, and I don't think the rounding off is nice. But okay, let's leave it here. So I didn't put any strings for these pants. Which something doesn't sound okay, but in any case, I didn't put any strings for these pants. I normally don't unless I do the pants for a client, you know, then at least you have to do that so that it can look nice, but I don't think this is good, but okay, let's leave it. So yeah, so there it is. I think what I'll do is I'll put another second round of stitches here so that at least it looks good. But yeah, this is how it looks. I can't say that I'm happy with it totally. So unfortunately not. But let us mal leave it like this. I'm going to put the second round here, and then just a little bit more from the top, and then another one, and then I think we'll be happy, sort of. I don't like this at all. There's too many stitches here. I don't like this. I'm going to take them out. Also, the other thing here is it's just to make sure that the stitch length is correct here. I normally have it at around 4 or 5 when I do this type of thing. But I am definitely not happy with putting this thing like this. I don't think I will do this again. This method is just a untidy method. Maybe it's good if you work with maybe a different kind of fleece, but definitely not for this fleece. I don't like it at all. But okay, you might learn like that. That is the only way to learn is to use these different methods, and then to decide at the end of the day for yourself what you like and what you don't like. That is the thing. If you didn't have formal training or anything like that, you might continue on your own. So let me put the last part, the last stitch at the bottom there, and then I think we finish. And then in the next video we'll quickly evaluate what we did here and what I did and what I didn't like about this. In any case, I don't think the elastic is properly on the inside. It is equal on all the right around the thing, and I don't like that. So yeah. The sewing is not straight, yeah. Or the stitches is not straight, yeah. I don't like that. But the fold here is too close to the pocket. I can see that now, although I will leave it because I'm wearing these tracksuit pants. But I don't like that. So I can somehow already see So it's better if you use these kinds of methods or new methods or methods that you haven't tried before. Rather do it for clothing for yourself. So then at least you know that, you know, if you have time, you can take everything apart and you can sort of at least fix if there's something you're not happy with. But if you do something for the clients, then you must absolutely know at least what you are doing, because you can't take stiff stuff apart easily. When you can damage the cloth, the textile, if you start taking out stitches and all of that type of stuff. Rather practice the methods beforehand. But okay, I'm going to leave this one like this. I think it's okay for me, but not for clients that I can sort of see here now. Not happy, but okay. Don't like the stretch. If you look at it, the stretch is not even for the elastic. Don't like it. Okay, but in any case, I'll fix it later when I have a little bit more time. But yeah, I can't say that I'm fully happy with this. It's not straight there. The width is not straight. I'm not happy with this, but okay. In any case, it's a lovely day today. We're over half of winter now, so we'll move into spring now, and then I think the days will become a little bit warmer, hopefully. Usually in spring on the 1st of September it's still cold, but I don't know, at least we had a few days that were a bit warmer. Okay, so in the next video we'll evaluate everything and we'll look at everything and see if we're happy. Okay.